live. Now, press go live. Being live. Press go live. Just start doing it now.
As long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good.
I'm falling down on my
For the players.
I am not gay. I am not gay.
Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really ready to go. Okay, Cicely! Okay, Cicely! Okay, Cicely! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cicely! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cicely! He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, what the fuck is he wearing? It's not even Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, am I bending the cat? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, that's what we fucking do. It's fuck off. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, think I make quad your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck move on. Choose like this. Oh, look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. Who? There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle. That's all you fucking are! Twat Waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your bullshit fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing! So she turns up at the wedding and the bride's got a nice rack. That's what I got from this episode.
Did that get the episode a point?
No.
No?
No. Because, right, I'll tell you why. Because I have actually thought this out. I'm not even joking. Because Jamila comes on later and, you know, she's got some goods.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, do I give it a point for Jamilia's jubblies and the bride's jubblies? And I can't give tit points.
Oh, how
then I'm going to be just giving tit points throughout the season, and it's going to have this. No. So I'm like, I'm sorry, breasts. You can't score. You can't score.
Good job.
I know. I thought so. I had to put my foot down, and it was hard. You know, it was a hard decision because she got a nice rack.
And the woman that they actually had playing the girl that was getting married, she's actually trans. And I don't know if people knew that.
I just thought she was ugly.
Yeah, that's a dude.
I said she had a nice rack.
Hey, the one scene when
Got you.
Wait,
A trap.
So when
A trap.
It's a trap. When the two women started arguing and he jumped out of the window, that was the only scene I could identify with.
I identified with that so
entire
much.
series.
Like,
So I think they're setting up the villain to be an incel, and it's probably one of the dudes she dated.
Oh my god, it was so.
That's why she was so obsessed with She-Hulk's actual boobs.
Quarter fucking timeline.
I do too.
Hey, Az, you didn't fucking jerk off to her, did you?
He did. He did.
I thought about it.
All right. I'm just getting flashbacks to the Ace Ventura. You know, Ace Ventura.
Oh yeah. Einhorn is
I'm a transgender woman, and as a trans person, it's hard to articulate exactly how I feel. But I guess if I had to describe it, I'd say,
All right. Trying to get me Lucas aid sorted. I'll put you over there. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. You wouldn't have got that. Unless I had to run downstairs and get me Lucas aid. I was like, oh, crap. I haven't got me fluids. Haven't got my fluids in. Look, I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. Just saying.
Just saying. Still not convinced. Just saying. How you doing, everybody? Do you know, I actually still remember that episode of FNT as well. I do. It haunts me. It haunts. No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. But it was funny. It was funny. Hey, welcome to Afternoon Tea with us. There's surprise. There's actually been quite a few things happen this week. Okay. First of all, let's just start off with the obvious. Yeah. British actor. Sorry, it's because he comes from a long line of this lineage. British actor Papa Esidio Esaidu. I remember the Battle of Hastings where the Esaidus fought shoulder to shoulder with Harold. Those were the days, you know. They were moments away from holding out. They were just waiting for the Scottish Gatwas to arrive to save the day, but the Scottish Gatwas were unfortunately mincing their way down from Scotland, and Harold took one in the eye. William the Conqueror successfully invaded Brightland, and history was achieved. So British actor Papa Esaidu has reportedly. I don't think this has actually been confirmed. I don't think this has actually been confirmed. I think it's still reportedly. Is there an actual full-on, yes, this is 100% confirmed? Anywho, I'll finish this sentence sometime this year. Papa Esaidu, who's 34 years old, has reportedly been offered to play Severance Snape. Come again. In the reboot of the Harry Potterings, the Harry Potter in the Heart of Darkness. I mean, in Harry Potter and the Last Crusade. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, chat. I'm just gonna bring this one up. We're getting balls deep into it straight away today. Look. The Harry Potter universe are claiming that it's official. I don't know if it's official. Anyway. Has been cast as Severance Snape in the Harry Potter TV series. The creators of the show, including J.K. Rowling, said that the TV series would be a faithful adaptation of the books. Snape is described in the books as being a thin man with greasy shoulder-length black hair, a large hooked nose, sallow skin, just saying, and cold black eyes. The drawing below was drawn by J.K. Rowling herself, which correlates with how she described Snape's appearance in the books. Now, I would say that this is a pretty damn good casting. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? Just wouldn't you say? Now, obviously, can't reprise the role. He's a little bit dead. God bless Alan Rickman. What a goat of an actor he was. And what does Papa Asaidu look like? Papa Asaidu. There's Papa Asaidu. Now, if anybody is adverse to this casting, then you're simply racist, okay? You're just a racist. This is a clear, good casting. Very good casting. And if any of you disagree, I don't want to know. I don't want to know you. I think this is perfect casting. The best cast.
Excellent.
Oh, man. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going, Amazon. Don't stop. Never give up. Something about reaching the top. Maybe, I'm not too sure, but one of them died recently. It's a true story, actually. Didn't one of S Club 7 become S Club 6 now? I don't know. So, I haven't seen anything though that is officially cast this. Right? I don't know if it's the media trying to will this into happening. But I haven't seen anything yet that absolutely confirms that this is the casting. I think this is another push by the media. Desperate for this to happen. And just be aware, right? The media don't want this guy because he's the best casting for the role, because he doesn't look like the character, okay? I mean, I know that the fan casting is Adam Driver. Could you get Adam Driver to do this? Probably not, right? But there's going to be casting out there. You put a casting call out for exactly what JK mentioned there, you know? Thin man, greasy, shoulder length, black hair, large hook nose, sallow skin, and cold black eyes. You put a casting out for that, you're probably going to get a good cross-section of people, right? Coming in. But we know that the media doesn't want that. The media just wants people to get mad. That's all they want. They don't care about what Papa Shango. They don't care about Papa Shango, right? Hugh Laurie would be a pretty good choice if you spruced him up a bit. They don't care about him. They don't care about Papa Asaidu. They don't care, right? They couldn't give a shit about him. They just want a DIE placement in the role so people get mad. That's all they want. That's all they want. The media just want people to be as fucking miserable as the people who are writing these articles. That's what they want. They just want to own the whole own the chuds. They just want to own the chuds. Ha! We ruined the thing that you love. Ha! because we got a DIE insert. Ha! Got him. That is the level of the media, and that is who is pushing to have these characters race swapped, sexuality swapped. We see it in comics. We're seeing it in TV. We've got Dr. Mintz right now, who isn't even the Doctor because they didn't regenerate. They split in half. Unfortunately, the gay went with both of them, but, they split in half. So it's not even a doctor. It's not even a fucking real doctor. But there again, there hasn't been a real doctor since Capaldi, so. But make no bones about it, chat. Nothing about Paparazzi's potential casting. It's because the media think that this is absolutely the right person for the job. No. It's because they know it's going to get Harry Potter fans mad. They know that, particularly after you've had such a tremendous performance by Alan Rickman in the movies, that this is going to get people divided, and that's all they want. They just want people arguing. They want people mad because they want engagement in their posts. They're hoping that it generates people to come to their channels. Well, this is an Amazon show, so this is going to be on Amazon. Now, we know that Warner Brothers are probably run by the biggest bunch of retards the world's ever fucking seen. We know that Warner Brothers is running that way. Warner Brothers is literally run by spasticated retards, right? I wouldn't trust a board member. It's on HBO Max. Okay, sorry, I thought it was on Amazon. My bad. Okay, so Warner Brothers definitely don't like money. Definitely don't like money. I'm looking forward to the shower scene where Severance Snape takes off his top and his ripped, muscular, ebony body is dripping with water and soap. Just like in the books. I can't wait for that scene. Or even better, they say, do you know what? We're going to put prosthetics on him. We're going to put prosthetics. We're going to give him a prosthetic hooked nose. Now, how are they going to get the shoulder-length dark hair without it looking like a Barbie doll? I'll never know. But again, folks, and this is actually no disrespect to Paparazzi. I'm sure he's a lovely man. I have no idea who they are. But this is just to make people mad. This is the problem that you get when you start to deal in DIE casting. Because DIE casting is simply, we need to take over white characters. That's it. That's the be all and the end all of DI. We need things less white, right? So even though Harry Potter was started in the 90s, we can't have it written the way it's written anymore. That's not allowed. Now it must be a shallow, super... And by the way, folks, to actually bring Amazon into this party, just look at the good. Just look at the good that Rings of Power has done. Just look at the good that it's done, yeah? Everybody loves that show. Everybody is absolutely enamored by that show. It's the greatest show in the world. Everybody's got it on their Christmas list for 4K purchases. They've never seen anything. It's a pile of fucking shit, right? It's a pile of fucking shit. Now, Harry Potter, the Harry Potter show, yes, it's got all the books to work from. And it has a beginning and it has an end. But let's just say the Harry Potter fan base is it's pretty rabid. It's pretty rabid. Yeah. It's pretty intense. Trying to eat my lunch while I'm here as well. Pretty intense. And so, what's the best thing that you can do? The best thing that you can do is piss them off. Congratulations. Congratulations. Nothing says, let's tune in to our show than making it not authentic. Now, I don't know when authenticity became racist, but apparently authenticity became racist. J.K. Rowling, by the way, is as much to blame as anybody. When she decided to enter the... Well, I never stressed that Hermione was white. So, yes, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a black Hermione casting in a play. That's the door. It's things like that that are the doorway to be opened. And once the door's opened and you let the wolves in, they'll tear everything apart. They'll tear all the sheep apart. And these people are sheep. It doesn't appear... Well, I know, when you're dealing with a property, a book, and that property gets taken over by film rights, TV rights, if you do not absolutely stress your vision, and if they deviate from that, then it's a breach of contract and you can pull out. This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. But, look. This is going to be a show which is going to take a lot of money to make. A lot of money. And there's a lot of books to be made. Some books bigger than other books. Some books didn't get the attention that a movie could do them. The justice that a movie could do them. You know, for all the love that the movies get, there is a section, of course, which criticizes certain things about it. That's fine. It's fine. But this is going to take a lot of money to do the books justice. And HBO is a subscription service. So if you want to get people to invest in parting with money to pick a subscription up, which hopefully leads to that subscription getting renewed, you think pissing off the target audience is a good start. Look, you want to fuck money away, you fuck money away. The early start is because Americans have gone into what's it called? Oh, my brain's just gone dead. It's gone into thingamajiggy, and you just used all caps, so you've been put into timeout. Daylight savings, thank you. My brain just died. America's in daylight savings, so we're starting an hour earlier, so it stays at the same time for America. Why? Because America's the biggest audience. And it's more difficult for them if I start fucking around with the times. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. And that's why all the shows for the next few weeks until we go into daylight saving are going to be an hour earlier. It also allows me to go to bed an hour early. Okay. I'm on a really good sleeping pattern right now. And I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, well done HBO, I guess. Well done, HBO. Congratulations. Start off, you haven't even filmed a second of your show, but you've already managed to piss off huge proportion of Harry Potter fans purely so that you can tick a box. Congratulations. I drink to you. Afternoon tea at dinner time? No. It's the afternoon. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. Why do people just get so fucking retarded? I don't know. I know. You have a choice. You have a choice before you open your mouth. You do. Afternoon tea? more like evening tea? What, 1:30 in the afternoon? 1:30 in the afternoon? Can't fix dumb. Can't fix dumb. So we'll start off with a little bit of that. Congratulations to Harry Potter and the Rings of Power. Boobies. Right. I gotta say, the little devil in me, actually, let me just put a little quantifier on this, right? Have I had my disco bones? Yeah, it's just down there. Right. I haven't liked James Gunn's attitude towards the this DC universe that he's creating. I haven't liked it one bit, right? I didn't like the announcement of the films that he wanted to do. He wanted to start off with Superman, and then he wanted to release an Authority movie. An Authority movie. Nobody fucking knows who the Authority is. Now, since the announcement, we know that the Authority movie has been dropped. But just think about it for a second, right? Hi, I'm James Gunn. I've got an 8-year plan. Here's the movies that I want to do. Here's the TV shows that I want to do. And they're already scrapped. They're already scrapped. He wants to do a Batman movie with Damian Wayne as Robin. Damian Wayne being the 5th Robin that there was. the fifth Robin. So let's start off with the fifth Robin. That sounds good to me. No Batman in sight, by the way. The Superman trailers haven't exactly lit people on fire. The first time I saw the first one, I thought it looked okay. The more I see it, the worse it becomes. The thumbnail for this stream, where Superman's flying and he looks like a googly-eyed bugger. Not great. Costume doesn't look good. I don't like the look of the costume at all. I think the characters in it are just too messy. Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, Maxwell Lord. All of these other characters just being rammed in. It's messy. It's really fucking messy for just a regular person to go to the cinema. Really messy. You need to keep it tight. It's not. Supergirl movie's now in production, so they're bumping up the Supergirl movie. Still no Batman cast. Game of Themyscira Thrones TV series. Jeez, wept. Booster Gold TV show dropped. However, he's keeping Peacemaker, Amanda Waller from the previous universe, but they're not the previous universe, even though they're the same casting and the same characters. Simply because his wife's employed, probably, because she's in Peacemaker. It's a mess. The whole thing is a fucking mess. I have it on pretty good authority. That James Gunn's a little bit insecure about things. And I have it on pretty good authority that James Gunn's not a very big Zack Snyder fan. And we also know from James himself that he took the photograph with Zack Snyder because he thought it would break, in his own words, break the internet. And nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit. But all through the announcements of the TV shows and movies, James Gunn said, I'm doing this because I like it. These are my favorite characters. I like these characters. So this whole universe is literally I like these, so I'm going to do them. As opposed to necessarily what would make sense and what the fans would actually like. I think both of them are a pair of douches, to be honest with you. I've said many times, Alyssa, just focus on one fucking film. Yeah? Can you focus on just getting one film right? I said this years ago and I've never changed from saying that. Stop with all this 10-year plan, 8-year plan, multiverse, blah, blah, blah. Interconnected universe. Just make one good film. Just make one good film and see what happens, yeah? So anywho, let's just bring this up. Superman test screenings rumored point towards mixed reactions. Uh-oh. Put my headphones on for this.
Uh-oh. No. Oh, no, that's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, no. Mixed reactions from the... Who could have seen this coming? Who could have seen this coming? In a trailer that looked messier than a fucking kid with crayons and a wall. Who could have seen this coming? Oopsie doopsies. As Superman edges closer to flying into theaters and test screenings are held, several insiders have shared rumors of what they're hearing from the first audiences to experience the DCU flick in its incomplete form. Now, you can say, it's incomplete, it's not finished. Okay, incomplete form tends to mean there are certain exceptions hither and thither. But incomplete tends to mean that the special effects are not completed yet. Okay? That's what it tends to mean. So the actual structure's all there. The way that the scenes go are all there. The editing's all there. It's essentially the special effects which need finishing off. That's what it tends to mean for the most part. First up came Jeff Schneider, who spoke on the Hot Mick podcast and rolled back previous comments where he said Superman was improving. Instead, the insider declared how his best source, which is my source, which is tomato ketchup, says that his source is brown sauce. Just saying. Just saying. HP sauce to some people, okay? Just saying. That his best source, inverted commas, has heard the movie's terrible. Terrible. How dare they? I put out that newsletter the other night where I mentioned that I heard good things about Superman, that the internals said it was improving, but I got a call from my best source after that newsletter. He said, great newsletter tonight, but you got one thing wrong. Well, this doesn't even seem real. Just saying. And that's about Superman, which I continue to hear is terrible. Uh-oh. Speaking on the Cuckpia show, the titular YouTuber was asked whether fans should believe Snyder's comments calling Superman terrible. While he was clear in his trust for Snyder's reliability, he noted that he has heard the exact opposite and that the movie is tremendously good because, of course, Campia has been very reliable when it comes to his sources and his reviews on movies which are fucking dog shit. Like Shang-Chi. Remember when he said Shang-Chi's one of the... Was it the greatest martial artist? And that it was fucking amazing. Hold on. Campia reacts to Shang-Chi. Let's have a look. Where's his? Here he is. Right out the theater. Okay, this is Campia's. This is his review right out of the theater. By the way, you can see here in the background they've got all their free food and they've got their gift bags, and there you go. We've got gift bags. They're all coming out with gift bags. Been fully fed. They're all doing their little cuts. This is straight out of the theater by Campia.
Okay. So, just got out of watching Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings. It is fucking awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a fucking pile of shit, John. It was an absolute pile of shit, mate. Bags. Bought and paid for. Bought and paid for.
Okay, so it is part, I was just telling somebody else, it is part mythological epic. It is part Shakespeare.
Mythological epic. Shang-Chi was a mythological epic, folks. Mythological. That was quote, mythological epic. This is Jason and the Argonauts. This is Troy. This is Odysseus's travels. This is a mythological epic.
Family tragedy and is part martial arts.
Family tragedy. The only tragedy, John, is just how much of a fucking sellout you are. That is pretty much the only tragedy.
Masterpiece. Best martial arts I've seen in a film since The Raid. Best comic book movie I've seen since Logan.
Best comic book movie since Logan. Best martial arts since The Raid. Masterpiece. He called it a masterpiece.
That's my initial reaction. Full review in a couple of days. But this movie is incredible. Go see it.
Folks, that is what you call bought and paid for. That is the embodiment of bought and paid for. Yeah? Couldn't be any less sincere if he tried. Less sincere than a Ryan Seacrest compliment. Just saying. Just saying. That is what Campier had to say. So when Campier comes back with, the movie is tremendously good, you're going to have to forgive me for pressing X to doubt on that. Just saying. Just saying. I think you should believe that's what we heard. I will come out and say the exact opposite. I've heard it's tremendously good. Is it a masterpiece like Shang-Chi, John? Is it a mythological epic like Shang-Chi? Is it a family tragedy? Shakespearean in nature, John? I don't know. Wasn't it amazing that when these people all come out of the theater, they have the exact same talking points and they use the exact same verbiage? Remember when Absolute Triumph, was it on the Eternals? Where they all came out going, Absolute Triumph, Absolute Triumph. Remember with Dragon Age the Veilguard? Don't worry, I'm still working on the video. I got so many things going on. I can only devote so much time a day. Remember when Dragon Age the Veilguard came out and they wanted everybody to say, a return to form. This man in a dress made this game a return to form, and it wasn't. It was just one of the biggest piles of fucking dog shit that has ever graced the gaming sphere. I won't say who I heard that from, but I'm not a scooper, so take that for what you will. I've heard it's actually very good. Neither Snyder nor Campier noted any specific criticisms and praises being directed towards Superman from test screenings. But there was recently a worrying about the movie may contain a lot of humor. A lot of humor. That said, Campia voiced his view that fans should disregard any rumors from test screenings until the movie's finished. Well, John, you came out of a finished movie and you gave one of the worst fucking reviews on one of the shittest fucking movies that Marvel have ever made. Noting that one can never know the reliability of these scoops. People will often hear what they want to hear. Well, no, they're hearing what people are writing down is what. So when somebody says it's terrible, people are hearing it's terrible. And when somebody's writing it's actually very good, people are hearing it's actually very good, right? So it's not a matter of people are hearing what they want to hear. It's people are saying things. Now, the accuracy of their rumors, their sources, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Having seen movies like Shang-Chi myself, and then listening to John Campia's reviews, I can say without doubt there's no point listening to John Campia because he's clearly fucking biased, and all he's really bothered about is making sure that he keeps his industry relationships intact so he gets access. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. But I would disregard what I just said, and I would also disregard anything else about test screenings. And I'm hearing from this person, and I'm hearing from that person. Because you never know who that person is hearing it from. I mean, that's fair enough. That I can get on board with. The reliability of the sources. But here's how this works, John. If, let's just say, I was a rumor channel, which I'm not. If I was a rumor channel and I gave my rumors, I gave my I've heard froms, my sources said, yeah, and pretty much everything that I said was wrong, then I would say that there would be no credibility there, right? But if I said, for example, I've heard this, and then it comes to pass, and I've heard this, and it comes to pass, then I would say that there's some more reliable sources in that. Now, I have given a couple of things that I've heard in the past, you know? We do hear things. Like, for example, The Rings of Power Season 1. I told you exactly how it was going to go. Exactly how it was going to go. And it went exactly that way. Which would indicate that the source I had within Rings of Power was pretty fucking legit, considering I said exactly what was going to happen and it came to pass. Same with the Marvels. When I talked about the skating quick over thin ice, and they were openly mocking it themselves at parties at the New York Comic Con. And how they literally just wanted to dump it out. What was it? It's cut down to 98 minutes, dumped out, absolute mega failure. Now, you could be absolutely fine with saying, well, we saw the trailers for that, and let's just be honest, it wasn't looking good. No, it was not looking good. But authenticity is key. Authenticity is key. And so, if it comes out at the right time and is correct, then that person's got a little bit more credibility than, let's just say, somebody who blanket comes out and pretty much praises every single fucking thing that is absolutely shit at the cinema. Because all they want is the advertisers and all they want is the views. And that's it. So it's well and good saying disregard everything that I've just said when you've just already said it. So at the end of the day, when it comes to test screening rumors, people are going to hear what they're going to hear. Well, again, no. If somebody said to me, I hear that the Superman movie is really, really good, then if I go off and say, I've heard it shit, then I'm hearing what I want to hear. Or I'm just being dishonest, openly dishonest. Is it true that when there's a relationship between a online personality and a studio, that the online personality runs interference for the studio? Absolutely. We've seen it multiple times. We see it consistently, which makes authenticity even more valuable. And it's what's also led to the destruction of mainstream media, games media, news media, all media, is that it's broken. It's no longer there to serve the public. It's no longer there to serve the customer. It's there to serve themselves, to serve their own internal relationships, for their own access, for their own rewards, for their all lucrative benefits. They've turned their backs on who actually is their target audience, which is the customer. So if you want to position yourself as a shill for the corporations, then you have zero credibility, because people are not going to believe. Once upon a time, they would have, but people aren't going to believe that no more, because there's too many channels out there now. There's too many good people out there that will just give you their honest opinion, whether or not it puts you in conflict with others. Recently, we had a great Real BBC with myself, Mauler, and Gary, where we were talking Deadpool and Wolverine. I loved it. Gary thought it was meh. He thought it was okay. Mauler hated it. And we had a great show. It was great fun. This week might be something similar. From what I can gather, Gary likes Daredevil. I'm not impressed with it, and Mauler doesn't like it. So there's probably going to be a very fun Real BBC this Tuesday. But regardless of which side that you fall on, whether or not you like something, you think it's okay, or you dislike something, particularly when I'll use the example of us guys on the Real BBC, you know that what I'm saying I believe, you know what Mauler's saying he believes, and you know what Gary's saying he believes. That's called credibility. That's called credibility. But when somebody comes blanket out of every latest Marvel movie with their gift bags, their free food, their free viewing, their pat on the back, and they go, oh yeah, this is great, and it turns out to be a pile of fucking shit every time, that's not cool credibility. And that's not hearing what you want to hear when the person comes out and blatantly fucking lies about a movie because they were bought and paid for, because they've got no fucking spine. They're just there to profit. And if you're just there to profit, don't expect people to have any fucking credibility or respect for you. You're not worthy of respect in the slightest. During a recent press conference, the nerd of color spoke with James Gunn, who confirmed they have, quote, done real screenings of Superman, explaining they are, quote, definitely editing and making little changes. Okay. So they've done screenings. They've received feedback. I'm not saying whether it's negative feedback, but they've received feedback and they're doing some edits accordingly. Okay. Not rewrites. These are edits, he said. These aren't rewrites, not reshooting. I mean, this for all intents and purposes is a ridiculously high budget movie. What's this? 320 million budget or something? 363 million is the alleged budget on this. 363 million. How legit is that? We don't know yet. We don't know. People are saying that's not the case, and there's other people saying that is the case. So we'll see. Difficult to see when it's not filed in the UK. Having confirmed they may do some little tiny reshoots, Gunn noted how he, quote, used to be kind of against going back to the filming process, but he has grown to see the benefits, even if they, quote, wouldn't be anything major. Well, I mean, depends if the pickup shots are. Everyone does pickup shots, man. Quote, all my additional photography is so hard because it's like I used to be kind of against it because you don't want to have to shoot again. It's a pain in the ass. But as time has gone on and I've made more movies, I really like being able to say, you know what? I wish I had shot that fist hitting that. And so I do tend to go back and pick that kind of stuff up. They're called pickup shots. So it wouldn't be anything major, but those kinds of things, yeah. I'll cover you a couple more things like that. Why fans shouldn't worry about Superman's mixed test screening rumors. John Campier's advice that fans should disregard rumored test screenings may be something to listen to. Not only is Superman being screened in an incomplete state, but reported early reactions often haven't reflected the final result. Well, that sounds like fucking bollocks to me, because why would you test screen something which you are expecting to be complete, to not be a reflection of the finished article? That doesn't make sense. Hi, I'd like you to see the test screening of my Dragon Age video. Okay, what's your feedback? I'm not a big fan of it as. Well, that's fine, because this isn't a reflection of actually how it's going to be. Okay? So, fuck you. No, clearly a test screening is going to be a very good reflection on the tempo of the movie, the pace of the movie, the tone of the movie, the action of the movie, the acting of the movie. It's going to be a pretty good... Just because things like special effects might be finished, or there might be an edit to go in here or there, and you've had to use a little sequence to just explain that. Nothing wrong with that. People can still understand the pace, the tone. Oh, by the way, I am purposely using a shill site, by the way. I am purposely using a shill site to go through this. Boobies. For one, Variety once reported The Flash had been extraordinarily well received at test screenings. Okay, this is a really good... Actually, I'm really glad that they said this. Do you know why? Because James Gunn said that The Flash was his favorite superhero movie that he'd seen. It was the best superhero movie that he had seen. James Gunn on The Flash. James Gunn says The Flash is one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. Andy Muschietti did an amazing job. That is a quote. That is a quote from James Samuel Gunn. I don't know if his middle name's. I'm just making up a middle name for him. That is what James Gunn said about The Flash. It's one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. Andy Muschietti did an amazing job. However, when the DCEU blockbuster came to theaters, it did so with a fairly poor B cinema score. That's irrelevant. Cinema scores are irrelevant. It could have had an S+++ Final Fantasy fucking 7 5-star Golden McDonald's fucking Employee of the Year award. It's how much it does at the box office when you have characters like Supergirl, Batman, The Flash, 2 Batmen. There were 2 Batmen there were 3 Batmen in The Flash. And I'm talking not this silly multiverse thing that they did. Yeah? It's how much it did, and it did insanely poor. It did insanely poor. It was a tremendous flop. It lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars in a movie that was recast. It did. Oh my God. 271 million worldwide. 271 million worldwide. 108 million domestically, 163 million internationally, 271 million worldwide. It lost hundreds of millions of dollars on a budget of somewhere in the region of 300 million. Then marketing, they take 135 million of that. It lost somewhere in the region of 200 and something million, $260 million. In the region of. So it doesn't matter if it's a cinema score of B, A, S, or fucking F. It could be a fucking big fat F fail, but if audiences go to see it and audiences go and pay their money and love it, then it's a success. But it's got to do the money. The Flash did not do the money. Similarly, Scoopers once heard Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was fun as hell. Who said that? Campia? Did John Campia say that? Did he say it was fun as hell? I'm just asking. Not making any accusations, just asking. Did Campia say that? Was that from Campia? Just asking. And Corey Stoll's MODOK steals the show. Probably the most embarrassing character I've ever seen on the screen, just saying. But when the MCU's Kang-centric quantum realm adventure arrived, the movie was widely panned. And MODOK was quickly labeled among the franchise's worst villains. Yeah, because it was shit. James Gunn has a strong track record in the super. By the way, we can play this game in reverse as well. We can play this game in reverse. We can say a movie which critics have panned, but it's actually gone on to make good money. You can play those games. James Gunn has a strong track record in the superhero game with big wins in Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. That's true. He's done well with Guardians of the Galaxy. Can't deny that. And the Suicide Squad. Well, I thought the movie was okay. I thought the movie was good. I enjoyed it. But that was a failure. That was a box office failure. They did the whole release it with streaming, didn't they? And it failed miserably. Absolutely miserably. As such, there is plenty to support that he deserves some trust to deliver a Superman spectacle. I don't like giving the benefit of the doubt anymore, chat. As you can probably gather, I'm a little bit out of giving the benefit of the doubt. Yeah? I'm kind of done with giving the benefit of the doubt. I like to work off what I've seen as regards to that specific project. I love me some Christopher Nolan, but there's movies that he's done in recent times, Interstellar being one, I simply don't care for. And Tenet, I haven't even bothered to see. However, I absolutely adored his Dark Knight trilogy, and I thought Oppenheimer was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So I try and judge based on what I see for that project. And from what I've seen in this Superman project, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I don't care for Interstellar at all, no. I think it's boring as fuck. I think it's boring as balls. The first genuine reviews for major blockbusters usually arrive when critic screenings begin and embargoes lift. Yeah, so the shills, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. For the most part, the critics that are going to be reviewing these movies when they get the embargo released, the vast majority have proven that they are very much aligned to the studio system, so they continue to get the access to these movies. I know it's Jeremy's favorite movie, but Jeremy's a homosexual man, so what the fuck's he know? So fans shouldn't expect to get an accurate impression of the good, the bad, and the ugly until Superman releases. No, they shouldn't. What they should do is nobody is owed a day one viewing of this movie, yeah? Warner Brothers, James Gunn, that you're not owed a day one view, right? Just like a game purchase, just like anything else. No developer, no studios deserving of a day one purchase. So there's no reason that people can't just hang back and actually wait to hear some reviews from who they do deem as credible, whether that be Critical Drinker, whether that be Campia, whether that be whoever it may be, myself, Gary, Geeks and Gamers, wherever. Wherever it may be, I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I will lead you all wherever it may be. And I'll lead you all to the dance, said he. But in terms of the mainstream media, they can just shove it right up the fucking arsehole. Because the vast majority... Why? Why? Are you not on the thing that I want you to be on a fucking thing? On this scene. On this scene. On this scene. This is my scene. Why'd you keep going to fucking this? Why? I tell you what, I'm getting so fucking done with StreamYards. I'm getting so fucking done with StreamYards now. So done. So fucking done. And I know thing. Okie dokie. I'll tell you what, before we go into our next little thing, let's go through some super duperies. What we got? Carl Hauser with the 2 Canadian says, good morning, as fans toy sideswipe, eh? Right, I tell you what, Carl Hauser, I got very excited when I first saw it. I was like, oh, fucking A, let's go, right? Then I had a little look, you know, I wanted to have a little look. And I gotta say, my first impressions are that the DX9 is, to me, looking like the superior sideswipe. The DX9 is, I think it's looking tighter. I think the fans' toys is looking a little bulky on the legs. It's not got the upper arms, right? Little bulky on the arms as well. So I don't know. I know we just got the concept. We just got the concept right now, but yeah. I'm on it right now. But the DX9 is absolutely superb. That DX9 really is it's something else. Mike, I've actually got some Joy Toy Warhammer stuff. Just FYI. DB with a £2 says, Hashtag Az was right. Of course I am. Of course it was. Never been wrong in my life. True story. Logan Johnson. Johnson. With his 6 months says, morning, Az. Hope you're doing well. I'm on my way to work. I'm interested in hearing your take on Daredevil and probably a hot take. But race swapping Snape to black sounds like a definite winner with Warner Brothers. Boobies. We might have had a little bit of a chit chat about that. I'll go into some Daredevil stuff in a moment. Eves the First has been a member for 3 months. Eves, thank you very much indeed. X in Wonderland with the $5 says, Severoon Snoop. Harry Pizzle and Prisnizzle of Ask Bizzle in the Hizzle. I'm liking it. I'm liking where this is going. Feed me more. You're balmy with the $2 says, I'm so glad this show KO'd itself. Want reviews. Oh, boy. I'm going to... will I watch it? I don't know. Maybe the first episode. Maybe the first episode. We'll see. But if this turns into like another Rings of Power, I can't. No, sir. But I'll watch the first episode. Coop with a $2 says, good morning, you big bold beautiful of a man. You big bold beauty of a man. I said beautiful. You big bold beauty of a man. Thank you. I just shaved my head before the stream, by the way. I say, did you hear about Mrs. Miggins' pussy? Oh! Noel Face with a $5 says, Will Smith in it. Will Smith in it. In it. Callie Arthur with a $2 says, breaking news, Hermione Granger and Mandla Stenberg. Sure. Sure. He's the first with a 10. Brazilian says, dearest as I watched The Prisoner after listening to you talk so glowingly about it. And what a ride it was. I'm curious about your take on the ending and the meaning of it all. Well, Robert and I actually did reviews of every episode, Eves, on the channel back in 2020, maybe 2021. It's either 2020 or 2021. Robert and I, we reviewed the whole thing, and we reviewed it in the order that we believed the show should have been aired, because it was aired kind of out of order. So go hear about our takes on Fallout, which is a very bizarre episode indeed. But I think you'll enjoy those streams. They're good. They're good streams. They were excellent. I really enjoyed doing those with Robert. Mola Ram with a $2 says Crispin Glover as Snape. I mean, fine. You know, he's a very eccentric kind of a guy anyway. I think he would. Yeah, I think casting wise, it could work. I think it could work. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. Dark Knight Rider with a $2 says, love the casting. Now the wife isn't going to watch. Oh. X in Wonderland with the $5 says, Harry Floyd and the Goblet of Breathing. Don't step on me. Don't step on me. Come on now. Null Face with a $2 says, Wesley Snipes Jr. Callioth with the $2 says Harry Potter written by Leslie Headland. Well, because then it would be gay. It'd be a lesbian. Sorry, not just gay. It'd be a lesbian. Harry would be a female presenting lesbian, as it should be. By the way, just saying, as it should be. K Jones, D20 RPG music with a 2 pound. Says never go full Dwayne Dibley. Man. Red Dwarf reference there. Dwayne Dibley? Dwayne Dibley? God, Red Dwarf was... Those first 6 seasons of Red Dwarf are just peak comedy. Peak British comedy. Just a British comedy. No Face with a $2 says Harry Potter and the Prisoners of Africa. Wow. Okay. Roaming Tigress with a $5 says positive developments, dear Azzy. Since last tea, I completed a 63-hour fast. I also got between 10,000 to 30,000 steps every day this last week. Holy That is amazing. I've been on the prepaid meals for nearly pre-made, not prepaid. I did have to pay. The pre-made meals for nearly 2 weeks now. And that's been going really, really well for me. I've had a little bit of a leg injury, which is clearing up nicely. And I'm reckoning I'm back at the gym tomorrow. Oh, no, I don't like to queue. I got to, though. I got a queue jump on this one because Auto gifting 50 memberships to the stream. Auto. Woo!
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go. Okay.
Auto, thank you so much indeed. That is redonkulous. Redonkulously generous. Bluegrass Berserker has been a member for 34. 34. Farway Finley's also been a member for 34 as well. 34. Sandy Q gifting 10.
Memberships to the stream.
Thank you, Sandy. You're such a cutie pie.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Stephen DeLong within 11 months as Daredevil Reborn is garbage. I want those 2 hours of my life back. Shout out West Texas. Not a big fan myself. Boobies. Not a big fan myself. Ted Hammond with a $2 says the red looks good on you, Terrence. Thank you. It's more of a. Is it more of a burgundy? Is it more of a burgundy? You know, burgundy on grey. You know. Thank you. I feel pretty. Dio Brando with a £5 says happy Sunday afternoon depression stream. Hey, nothing depressing about this. It's all getting quite amusing, to be honest. Black Snape, Superman, you know, I don't know, doing whatever Superman's doing. It's not, let's just say not surprised. Not surprised, but look, I'm all for studios and shit like that throwing money down the shitter. I'm all for it. David Smart has been a member for a month, says, hey, lads. I decided to give Daredevil series a chance, even though I know it's trash. And yes, I was right. It's garbage. And James Gunn DC is screwed. The Daredevil show seems to be very divisive. Seems to be very divisive of people. I need to watch Gary's review to see what he liked about it exactly. But I was personally very unimpressed. Very unimpressed. But we'll go into it momentarily. Matej has become a member again. Matej, thank you so much. Mr. Darkinson with a 50 Polish says, do you think that actors who are deliberately miscast into a role should also take the share of the blame? Because Paparazidou was reached out to and warned not to make himself into a tick box. Well, I've heard Eric speak about this before, and Eric certainly believes that it's part of the problem as well. Personally, right. Once upon a time, yeah. And I'll use a movie. I'll use a movie that we all know. Batman, 1989. Who played Harvey Dent in Batman, 1989? Who played Harvey Dent? Who played Harvey Dent in that? Correct. Billy D. Williams. What color is Billy D. Williams? What color is Billy D. Williams? Green, purple, blue, off-white. I'll tell you what, ask a stupid question to chat. It's my fault. I asked a stupid question. And chat took full advantage. As they should have. Yeah, Billy D. Williams is a different color than Harvey Dent. Was there much of a furore back in the day? Not a huge amount. So what's different with today? And let's say back then. Remember the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck? Who played Kingpin? Who played Kingpin in that? Just waiting on chat. Michael Clark Duncan. And is Michael Clark Duncan the same color as Kingpin in the comics? No. So what's the difference? What's the difference between today and back then? Well, I'm more inclined to believe that back then the actors were being cast based on their talent. You know, Tim Burton was just like, I like the idea of Billy D. Williams, suave, kind of district attorney. I think he would make a good Harvey Dent. He's not the same color as Harvey Dent, but I think he'd make a good Harvey Dent. Same with Michael Clark Duncan. They wanted somebody intimidating to be Kingpin. Somebody they thought that could be the right sort of build and menace. And he seemed like the fit for them. So they hired him. Was he the same color as the Kingpin? No. But I think that's why they were hired. They were hired because they legitimately saw them encapsulate the vision that they had for the film. Whether or not you like that vision or didn't like that vision. Today it's much different. Because today we're seeing this very open push with DEI. And so suddenly the legitimacy of casting and the legitimacy of filling roles is different because they're not saying, oh, we're hiring this person because we feel that they encapsulate the character. No, they're doing it because they say we need to have X amount of this and X amount of that. We need to fit our diversity quotas and blah, 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 which makes it disingenuous. Which makes it very disingenuous. So I think the difference between now and then is they're no longer doing the type of casting they're doing before. The colorblind casting, as it used to be called. Now they're doing tick box casting, and it's very different. So do I think that the actors should shoulder some of the responsibility? Yeah, I do. I do. Because it takes a bigger person to turn around and say, I'm not going to be your fucking stooge. I'm not going to be your magical Negro. Because that's what they're looking for. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to play that role. Find somebody else. Find another stool pigeon. David Smart with a $5 says, Az, what the fuck is wrong with James Gunn? How the Snyder universe had a better start. If James Gunn is a comic book nerd, how he's screwing up so bad I gave up. Well, James Gunn's got to prove it to us, not vice versa. We don't have to give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt. We don't have to give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt at all. He's got to prove to us. He's got to prove to us. Now, if I go watch Superman at the cinema and I think Superman is great, I'm going to come back and I'm going to say, I think that film's great. That's what I'm going to do. And if I think it's okay, I'm going to come back and I say it's okay. And if I think it's shit, I'm going to come back and say it's shit. But I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go in there with an open mind. I would love it to be good. Because I'm a big DC fan. That's more my line, is DC as opposed to Marvel. Those are the comics I've been purchasing for the last 30 plus years. So yeah, it would be great to come back and go, do you know what? That Superman movie was actually fucking great. But the thing is, I'm going to see it and I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. Truth, good, bad, or ugly. but he's getting no benefit of the doubt. None. No benefit of the doubt. Stephen DeLeon with the $2 says, just work on the Penguin season 2. It's got nothing to do with James Gunn's verse. In actual fact, I don't think the Batman 2 is ever going to get made unless James Gunn's universe is a failure. If this Superman movie comes out and it's a failure, then the Supergirl movie is pretty much doomed, right? Because if they can't get Superman right, they're not going to get the other shit right. And if Superman is shit, you just watch them suddenly fast track the Batman 2 into production. But if Superman's a massive success, I don't think this Batman 2 is going to get made. X in Wonderland with a $2 says someone needs to ground all those children. Stewie Felt with a $2 says we need an Aquafina solo movie next. Absolutely. 100%. I want to see Marvel's Katie, the movie. Where is it? It's literally Aquafina smoking 20 Rothmans. That's all it is. Just chain smoking 20 Rothmans. Go for Broke with a $5 says, hello, Az. I was wondering what's the hardest boss you've ever fought in a JRPG? Oof, man. That's a question. That's a holy shit, dude. Probably Ruby Weapon or Emerald Weapon. Probably one of those. Yeah. Probably one of those. Stewie Felt with a $2 says, is that blue hair in the back even wearing shoes? Is that blue hair in the back? Stewie, what's that even mean? What does that even... Backy88 with a €5 says, Az! Where are the fast food videos? What happened, please? They're on the gaming channel. They're on the gaming channel. HVB Gaming. They're on the gaming channel. Go check them out. Today, we're going to be playing Repo. So go check them out. They're on the gaming channel. All 3 weeks. All 3 weeks. Iram Arim with a $20,000. Oh no, it's Indian rupees. Fuck. It's about 3p. Crystal Palace is above Man United in the league. How? I'll tell you how. We've won 9 out of our last 11 games in all competitions. 6 out of the last 8 league games. 6, 1 draw, 1 defeat in the last 8. We're one of the most informed teams in the Premier League right now. And Man United are a pile of fucking shit. We're above Man U. We're above Tottenham. We're tickling the taint of the top half of the table. Particularly considering Brentford lost last night. And because Brentford lost last night, we secured our place at 12th, I believe. 11th, actually. 11th. We're now only 3 points behind Fulham, who we meet in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup in a few weeks' time. Couple of weeks' time. I think there's an international break now. A little bit of an international break. And things come back in about 2 to 3 weeks. And when we come back, I think we're away to Southampton, and then we're home to Brighton. So if we were to win against Southampton when our next league match happens, we could be on the cusp of pushing into the top half of the table. And if we push into the top half of the table, I'm just saying. But between 4th and 10th in the league, there is only 5 points. Just 5 points difference between the 4th place team and the 10th place team in the Premier League. It is tight like tiger. And if we can get ourselves in that mix, if we could get ourselves in that mix, holy. Gus has been a member for 13 months. Thank you, Gus. The Shadow Ranger with the $2 says the people who pushed for for Snape voted for Kamala. Okay. There's Auto's 50 gifted memberships to the stream. Thank you. That's a stupid amount. Thank you so much. Ryan Welsh has been a member for 31 months. Pearly has been a member for 14 months. Thank you, the pair of you. Iropa became a member. Thank you, Iropa. Revco 250 with an 8 month says the Snape casting gives a lot more meaning to the Society of Magical Negroes. Literally, I mean, I used that reference just a few minutes ago because it's true. It kind of very much, it's so bizarre. It kind of feels like we are living in that bloody world now. It's crazy. Man, have we regressed. Midgar Ninja with a 10 month says, happy Sunday as to you, the mods, and everyone in the chat. Aww. Happy Sunday to you too as well. Stewie Felt with a $2 says Black Snake Moan. Oh, hold on. It's a pufferfish. It's a pufferfish. What are you giving it? Stewie Felt with another $2 says, I would have loved to have seen a Billy D Two-Face. It was potentially on the cards for the next Batman. If Tim Burton actually did a third Batman and it wasn't Joel Schumacher, there was talk of Billy D coming back as Two-Face. There was discussion of that. Sean Godley has been a member for 29 months. Thank you. War Wizard with a $2 says Harry John Spartan and the Order of Simon Phoenix. Dark Light or Dark Light with a $10 says Veilguard is free and I still don't want to play it. Thank you for your sacrifice and protecting my sanity. It's because it's absolute dog shit, dude. That's why. Nobody got time for that shit. I could do that shit because I'm a streamer and I can do that shit and I can spend the money on the game so you don't have to. I know that I'll make my money back on supers and, ad revenue and stuff like that. So I'm okay. I can take that hit. But you guys, if you want to buy a game, then you're buying it with the intent of it being good. If you're not a streamer, you're not buying a game because it's shite. If you're not a streamer, you ain't got time for that shit. You want a good game. So yeah, I'll pick up the the shit for you. If you want, I'll pick up Assassin's Creed if you want. If you're into that. Devious Revenite, happy 30th, dude. Good eye. Happy 30th to you, dude. I hope you have a wonderful day, mate. Okay? Hope you have a wonderful day. Jim's been a member for 34 months. Thank you, Jim. And Radio Chimp has been a member for 6. Jim and Radio Chimp, thank you so much indeed. And then Calioth slipping in with a $2 says, Monster Hunter Wild screwed Veilguard. Glorious! Ooh.
Glorious! I will give it!
Oh, okay. Done. Right. I'm going to put up a poll in the chat. And boom, there is a poll in the chat. Did you like Daredevil Born Again? We got yes, we got it's okay, and we got no. I think those are fair options. You know, if you didn't hate it, but you didn't think it was great or anything, yeah, just go with the okay. But be honest, just be honest. Now, you might have heard me talk a little bit about this on Ripping the Silverback, but I gotta say, not a big fan. Not a big fan so far. Now, before I continue, I want to give... Why is Corporal Klinger on my screen? Oh, that's... Who's that? That's Rosa DeLaro? Holy shit, I thought that was Corporal Klinger from fucking MASH. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I will give a slight disclaimer before I carry on. I was told by my chocolate sauce, my tomato sauce, I was told that the first few episodes are going to be a bit rough, right? Because the first few episodes are repurposed episodes that were filmed before they shut it down and got new writers in and reshot it. So they had to repurpose the stuff that they had. So I've been told that the first half of the series is pretty rough. And it gets much better in the second half of the series when they brought on the other writers. That's what my chocolate sauce and my tomato sauce have told us. But all I can say is not a great start. Is Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio good? Yes. They're excellent. Particularly D'Onofrio. D'Onofrio is he's carrying this real fucking hard right now. And Charlie Cox is doing a pretty decent impression of Matt Murdock from the Netflix show. But that's kind of mostly where the compliments will end. Is it capably shot? It seems to be capably shot. But in terms of story and character and stuff like that, it's massively lacking. Massively lacking. Now, I don't mind Holy shit, this poll's surprising. I did not expect the poll to be the way it is. Well, this is just it. I'm just going into spoilers, so if you don't want to know, bow out for a bit. If you don't want to know, bow out, because I'm going to go into spoilers. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So the start of the show, the fight with Bullseye was average, really fucking average. There was too much CGI, which made it look stupid, and green screen and shit like that. And it was okay. You know, it was the best bits of the fight were when they were just fucking in the corridor, going up the staircase, throwing fucking shit at each other. When they weren't particularly using the CGIs and stuff like that, when they were just fucking lolloping. But when they were doing the bouncing around crap, it looked weak. Killing Foggy off immediately, we knew that was going to happen. Well, when I say we'd been told that was going to happen. We've been told that was going to happen. We actually got told that Karen and Foggy were being killed off, but it was just Foggy that was killed off. Karen's just been pushed out the show already. So you have a bit of Foggy and Karen, and I know the cope is they're coming back for season 2, so it's probably going to be a fake out. Foggy didn't actually die. And in season 2, we'll see what actually happened, because it does do a 1 year later cut. So Foggy's probably going to be in hiding or something, you know, which will be kind of akin to what they do in the comics and shit. So I think, Auto, what is going on? What is going on? Auto dropping another 20!
20!
Gifted memberships. Dude. He's just dropped 70 gifted memberships today. An Auto with a 55 try. What's a try? I've never seen a try. What's a try? Try currency. Why is that? Try currency. Turkish. Thank you. Big love to you, Az. Don't know how the currency convert is, so I hope gifting is better. Been watching since Escaping Gilneas. Wow. Hoping for more fun stuff. I hope you are too. Dude. Oh, man. The escaping videos were some great thing. I love doing those escape videos. That is the escape stuff is a big positive in my life. It's a big thumbs up in my life. It was kind of like the World of Warcraft. When I was kind of done with World of Warcraft for a long time. So things like the escape videos just gave me something fun to do. It gave me something fun to do. So, also with the escape videos, sometimes I would call upon the help of Haven Games, who sadly passed away in 2017. And so, you know, those kind of memories of the escape from that they've always got a special place in my heart. You know, because sometimes I'd find a way myself. Other times I would be stuck. And sometimes I'd just say to Haven, I'd say, hey, do you want to jump in this dungeon with me? And we'll see if we can find a way to break through places. And so we would both kind of go in there and try. I would be as the warlock. He would be as, I think, the paladin. Or we could even jump into different characters and try to find a way to break through stuff. And yeah, so I appreciate that, Auto, because yeah, the Escape from Videos, big place in my heart, and always makes me remember Haven, and Haven was just such a great guy. Frederick Dunstrad, who's just such a great guy. So appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. So yeah, I think the reason why they did the Foggy and the Karen bit was so that they can bring them back for season 2 themselves, considering they weren't actually going to have a big part. The problem is, of course, they're now lumbered with the characters which they got lumbered with, and I have no clue why they're in. I have no clue whatsoever. The partner that he's now partnered up with, what is she? She's just DI woman? Is that all she is? There's no personality to her. There's no character to her. They've told us she's great. They've told us she's awesome. Daredevil got himself a girlfriend just because she set them up on a date, so I guess they're dating now. Stupid. So I don't know why she's in. She don't add anything to the show at all. And admittedly, we're 2 episodes in, but so far she's given nothing. His legwork guy, the guy which, you know, is meant to figure things out, find things out for him. What? I don't know what the fuck he is. He doesn't bring anything to the show. He's got no charisma. He's got no personality. I don't know what on earth he brings to the show, but yeah, he's just a wet fish. His new girlfriend, they have no chemistry at all. None. There is absolutely zero chemistry. I don't know why they're together. Well, I do know why they're together. They're together because plot. But in terms of the actual show itself, I don't see how on earth they actually fell in love with each other or decided not fell in love. I'll take that back. I don't even understand why they're even dating. There's nothing that kind of said that they would. In actual fact, the woman is adverse to it in the first place when she realizes it's a setup. But then they just decide, sure, why not? Because now she might be a character in the comics. Gary's the guy for the Marvel comics. What I need though is I need the connection. I need to know, you know, there needs to be the believability of why they're together. And I didn't get it. I didn't get how they in the show. Forget the fucking comics. The comics are fucking unimportant to this. This is about 2 actors not having any fucking chemistry. There's no chemistry there. There was nothing in that show that said, yes, these people are, you see that spark between them. You can see why they got together. Just like, no, we need them to get together because we need to do this. Bang. So now they're together. Vanessa is better than the Kingpin. Yay!
Yay! Woman better than man. Yay!
Kingpin's been away because he got a shot in the face, and he comes back, and we're told that that Vanessa was running things better than the Kingpin. And it's never been better, and everyone was getting along in the criminal underworld. And fuck Kingpin, Vanessa great, Kingpin poopy. I'm just like, why you gotta undermine your best character in the show? Why you gotta undermine the best character in the show? You know, it's just like, this is just so fucking Marvel. Oh my God, women better than man. Oh my God, Z's yesy Bessie. Would it have made more sense for Kingpin to come back to a fucking an empire that was falling apart, and then him just stamp his authority back on it again. But no, we gotta do the typical fucking go matriarchy. Yay. That'll learn him. That'll put him in his place after getting shot in the face by whatever the fuck that was. You know, even though it kind of went against the character of Vanessa, you know? For if you saw the shows, kind of went, never mind. But is this a continuation of the Netflix show? Is this not a continuation of the Netflix show? Remember, in the Netflix show, they did reference, it was in a newspaper about the attack on New York in 2012. So yeah, that bit didn't do it because I the relationship with Vanessa and Kingpin in the Netflix series was fantastic. The way that all developed and all came together, that was so good. That was so good. But the other characters surrounding Kingpin, again, just nothing. There's nothing. Nobody's exhibiting any standing out or exhibiting any personality. And we're getting this story where Matt is going to defend a guy who got into a fight with two crooked cops, and because he got into a fight with them, one of them tripped in front of a train. But just because he tripped and went in front of the train, the guy instigated the fight. So there could be all kinds of charges against him. Death by misadventure, manslaughter, all kinds of stuff. So it just seems a very weird kind of predicament. But anyway, that's by the by. That's by the by. But I didn't think the pace of the show was working. No, Wesley was such a good character. And the guy that they've brought in, he's no fucking way. He's not even close to Wesley. The thing about Wesley is Wesley had a lot of kind of presence about him, and the way that his personality would kind of shift from when he was with the Kingpin to when he's doing the Kingpin work. You know, he's a very kind of menacing guy. And then the whole thing with Karen. Yeah, so this guy that they've got at the moment, he's no Wesley. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. You know Wesley. You know Wesley. They haven't managed to find a good replacement for that character. So I'm finding it very slow, and I don't mind a slow build if it's intriguing, but I didn't find enough to be intrigued by. I didn't find there was enough to be intrigued by. I mean, the cops turned out to be crooked, but for all we knew, they were doing a legitimate arrest, and the guy was resisting. You know, I don't know. There's all kinds of sort of murkiness with that one, and because it's so murky, you're kind of like, ooh. So let's have a look at the poll. There's been 332 votes. Do you like Daredevil Born Again? No. 45%. It's okay. 43%. And yes, just 11%. Wow. I'm actually quite surprised by that. I thought the no's and the yeses were going to be a little bit close, just a little bit closer. But I guess not. What we got going on? Chelsea 0, Leicester 0, Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1. Man United, Arsenal, 4:30 kickoff. Ooh. Wolves 1, Everton 1. Ooh, that's a good result for Palace. That it's another good result. Just saying. So yeah, this show's got to do a lot more. We'll see what Tuesday's episode's like. DB with a £2 says,
Oh, so Kobo gifted memberships!
For auto, abso-fucking-luders. Dark Knight Rider with a $2 says to Kyle, hope you're doing better this week. Hey, yeah. Shout out, Kyle. Hope you're doing better this week, man. Hope last week was a better week for you, mate. BS Warren with a $2 says, as have you seen the new Nightwing butt comic? Wait, what? Nightwing. They have been fucking homoeroticizing that guy for a long time. What? What? Nightwing's butt. A thick history of Dick Grayson's butt. Nothing but Wait, what? There is a comic, called Nothing But Nightwing. So where's the tit comic? Where's nothing but Harley Quinn's tits? Yeah? Where's the Wonder Woman tit comic? Huh? Apparently there's a comic book coming out called Nothing But B-U-T-T Nightwing. Dear God. Dear God. Dear God. It's okay to sexualize men, but it's not okay to sexualize women. That's called hypocrisy, fuckers. Steve Anthony Peach, gifting him, been a member for a month. Steve, thank you so much. D Watt has been a member for 14 months. D Watt, thank you. Sandy Q with a $1.50 popcorn emoji. And Crimson Shadow with a £1 hot dog. And Sandy Q with another $1.50. Love hearts. Maybe Sandy's the target audience for that Nightwing's butt comics. Stewie Felt with the $5 says DC's Who's Who and Marvel's Universe had all the boobs back in my teen years. DC had the best cheesecake picks. Not wrong with a bit of cheesecake. Just, Gotta have it go both ways. Gotta have it go both ways, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. No? Okay. It just goes one way. Gotcha. Right, let's go into our last piece. Now, chat, I need you to I'm just going to show you a picture, and I don't want you to get upset, okay? I don't want you to get upset. So there's a very sad-looking Ellie who, by the way, is gay. If you didn't know, Ellie's gay. because Neil Cuckman said, "Do you know what I like to do? I like to make 14-year-old girls gay in my game, because because that's what turns them on, apparently." Okay. The Last of Us Part 3 update leaves fans heartbroken. Oh no! What's going on? What's going on? Everybody's so excited. Everybody was so excited when you absolutely fucked up The Last of Us Part 2, which turned out to be a fucking joke of a piece of shit, Cuckman. The Last of Us Part 2, Trans-Utopia Seattle, hashtag Ally Abby, hashtag Joelman Bad, hashtag Stoner Lesbians with bigot sandwiches for the win. I think we realized that as soon as Amy Hennig left that company where the talent in writing was, because I don't think Cuckman could write with a fucking crayon by the looks of him. The Last of Us Part 3 update leaves fans heartbroken. It's me. I'm fans. Are you now? Well, this saddened me greatly. Uh-oh. Having previously teased that The Last of Us Part 3 is likely on the way, franchise creator Neil Cuckman has now walked back his word. You're a liar, Cuckman. You're a liar. If you're a regular around these parts, by the way, FYI, fuck Naughty Dog. Fuck Naughty Dog. Remember, the Naughty Dog struck with the help of Misu, whatever they're called, Misao, and Sony, struck down my channel with a copyright strike and put 2 copyright claims against my video discussing the leaks. And of course, if you know anything about YouTube, they could upgrade those copyright claims to copyright strikes, which would have meant 3 copyright strikes, which would have meant that YouTube would have immediately pulled down my channel. So they were trying to pull down my channel. So fuck Sony, fuck Naughty Dog, and the little bitches. And by the way, I actually have a paper trail from the company themselves saying that they're working on behalf of Sony because they were so stupid to put it into a fucking email. So they tried to take down my channel. They tried to take down Geeks and Gamers. Ryan Kinnell. I think Ryan Kinnell was actually part, maybe Ryan Kinnell separately as well. If you're a regular around these parts, you'll know that The Last of Us is my everything. Okay. I'm not going to pass judgment because the first Last of Us game's excellent. I'll never play it again as long as I live. Well, I mean, if somebody knocks at the door and says, here's a fucking bag of cash, can you play The Last of Us again? I mean, if it's a big enough bag of cash, I'm going to play. Okay. But just organically, I'm never going to play that fucking game again because they destroyed The Last of Us with Part 2. Utterly destroyed it. So they took what was an absolutely phenomenal game and have made it useless and meaningless now. I've been clamoring for an update on a third and final game pretty much ever since Part 2 was released. Yeah, it's not a lot of you. There's not a lot of you. For years, it was unclear what the future held for the franchise. Cuckman would dance around any sort of commitment when posed with questions about Part 3. Yes, because the game fucking failed miserably, right? Because it came out and it sold a fucking truckload in its first week. Because people were expecting a Last of Us game, and then they got trans people are great in Seattle in the apocalypse. And Joel's dead in 30 minutes. Have a fucking great game. Fuckity bye. And so sales dropped off a fucking cliff in week 2. And we never really heard anything after that. There were some loosey-goosey things said, but nothing concrete at all. Did the game even make its money back? Don't know. But it got hit on, what was it? When they did the remastering, the remaster, the remake or whatever, The Last of Us Part 2, it did not chart well at all on PS5. It didn't chart well in the slightest, which means that there wasn't a marketplace really for it. Wasn't a marketplace for it. Oh no, such a shame. Let's cry. Boo-hoo. For years, it was unclear what the future held for the franchise. Cuckman would dance around. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Things changed in early 2024. The Last of Us Part 2 remaster dropped, and with that came a long-awaited Grounded 2 documentary. A look at the making of the game. Nobody cared. Towards the end of the documentary, Cuckman confirmed that after several years, he'd finally landed on the right concept for Part 3. Following the initial 2 games' themes of love and justice. They weren't. The themes weren't love and justice, you dumb fuck. The whole thing, the whole first game was about loss and family. Not love and justice. Loss and family. Fucking love and justice. What justice? The second game was the world's worst revenge fucking game. World's worst revenge game. Love and justice. Jesus wept. For years now, I haven't been able to find that concept. Yeah, because you fucked up the series, cuckers. Cuckers, you fucked up the series with your absolute fucking pile of garbage Part 2. But recently that's changed, and I don't have a story, but I do have that concept that to me is exciting as one, as exciting as number 2. Yeah, pressing X to doubt. Is its own thing, and yet has this through line for all 3. Nah. Nope. So it does feel like there's probably one more chapter to this story. Nope. This is a far cry from the creator's latest statement. The Last of Us returns to HBO next month. Don't care, not watching it. It's pile of shit. In a new interview with Variety ahead of The Last of Us Season 2, Second Season, Part 2, Part 1, Part 3, arriving on HBO next month, Cockers has warned video game fans that this could be it. Oh, well, bye. Fuckity bye, cuckers. You can start working on your fucking pile of garbage, whatever it's called. Interstellar, intergalactic, whatever it's fucking called. Intergalactic. Ugly bitch talks to other ugly bitch about what girl bosses they are in fucking shite-looking game. I was waiting for this question. Cuckman said. I guess the only thing I would say is don't bet on there being more of The Last of Us. This could be it. Well, you've got to sell. You know, they've got to sell. And there's actually got to be an audience for it. And I think we both know that they're all gone now. No, nobody gives a shit. Okay? Nobody likes Abby. Nobody gives a fuck about Ellie. You fucking pissed and shat all over the first game because you're a fucking weak, pathetic feminist cuck that worshipped at the shrine of an absolute grifter in Anita Sarkeesian. Fucking grifter supreme. And I hope it all fails for you. I really do. I don't know any more of a more fucking obnoxious piece of shit than Neil Cuckman. I really don't. Fuck Naughty Dog. Fair to say, I don't think that's what any of us wanted to hear. No, I did. I'm okay with this. I'm more than okay with this. Thank you. I'm fine. I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm going to remain hopeful, though, because he said could be it. Not that it will be it. Boobies. Boobies. Could Cuckman want to keep his interviews firmly focused on HBO's The Last of Us and Naughty Dog's upcoming Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet? Which, as a concept from what you showed in the trailer, looks fucking shit. Does giving this answer keep the heat off his back? Bruh. They left it on such a cliffhanger. It begs for part 3. Kind of salty about this, to be honest. Sly Cooper 007 wrote on Reddit. Cliffhanger? What cliffhanger? No, Ellie, right, sorry. The Last of Us Part 2. Joel gets his head caved in with a golf club. Ellie goes for revenge. Les is off for a little bit. Smokes some dope. Has her fingers bitten off by Abby in the final fight. And then decides not to kill her because reasons. And then goes home and realizes she can't play the guitar anymore. That's The Last of Us Part 2. It ain't no fucking cliffhanger. Not sure I believe this at all. There's still a story to tell about Ellie's immunity. No, it's just, it had nothing to do with the second part. The second part was about smoking dope and lesing off. That's what the part 2 is about. And about trans acceptance in the post-apocalypse. And that women are men and stuff like that. Abby's a man. I don't know. Had nothing to do. The fucking game completely moved away from anything about Ellie's immunity or anything like that because Cuckers had the worst fucking story to tell in the history of fucking gaming. Ellie has time to ponder her immunity now. And with part 2's end menu screen confirming Abby found the fireflies, nobody cares. That feels like a thread that's purposely been left open. Yeah, that's just it. It was purposely left open as a are you interested? No, nobody cares. Nobody fucking gives a shit. Abby's a man with no tits. She's a man with no tits. That's Abby. Good golf game though. Excellent golfer. I can't imagine that Naughty Dog or Cuckman aren't going to aren't going to want to chase the perfect. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo! Perfect trilogy. Perfect. Part 1 and part 2 are also so acclaimed that surely the temptation must be there to close. No. Fuck off. There we go. So sorry, folks. Last of Us Part 2. Looks like it's going to be it. Spurs 1, Bournemouth 2, Chelsea 1, Leicester 0. Just saying. Don't look like they're going to be any more. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, we had that one. Corporate billionaire with a €1 super sticker of a pile of shit. Because that is what The Last of Us Part 2 was. There we go, folks. I'm going to be back in an hour and a half with Sunday Fun Day. We're going to be playing Repo. I've no idea what this game's about, but I've heard it's a bit of fun. So we're going to discover, we're going to find it out. So join me for that in 90 minutes time. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods! Thank you so much indeed for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, remembered, gifted memberships. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll be putting up the video, the stream anyway, for Repo. So stay tuned. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Balubu.